Hi guys, and welcome to another vlog. Today we are driving the Hyundai EON, and it is like the older review. So first of all we'll go through the exteriors, then interiors, and then we'll drive the car. So first of all, the front of the car, it looks really nice as compared to the competition because of this honeycomb shaped grille from other Hyundais as well. The headlights are also nice, so the front end of the car looks beautiful to me. Now coming to the side of the car, the side profile is much like a tall boy stance, but it is not very tall. The ground clearance is also not very much on this car, so it gets this 13-inch wheels on the side and gets ORVMs on both sides, which are internally adjustable. And coming to the back of the car, we have this vertically placed tail lamps, and this is the back of the car. It is a bit flat as compared to my liking. So the Quid is the best car in the segment if it comes to the overall looks. The front looks really nice, but the back is a bit disappointing with all this flat elements going down. The bumper is very flat. The Quid has a better shape. Alto stands no chance against these two cars because it is very plain and dated design, the Alto. This is also a very old car, but it has aged nicely. The design still looks fresh. From the side as well, you can see these creases and fluidic lines flowing around. Gives it a very sporty stance. So the back of the car is not very interesting. The side profile is nice, the front profile is also nice, but the Quid is the best looking car because of the high ground clearance and SUV like stance. So this is the boot of the car. There is a bit of a loading lip, but the boot is decent size and you can carry 2 or 3 people luggage easily for a weekend trip. So decent size boot for a small car. Let's close it. Really light build quality. Because the boot closed, like I touched and it closed. Now let's get into the back seat of the car and see what space it has to offer. So as you can see, Hyundai has done this beige color treatment, not just black interiors unlike other cars, because just to give it a sense of airiness, and it works. So this is the maximum and minimum seat space that you can get at the back seat. So as you can see, this is a Magna version and it gets this rolling windows at the back, no headrest at the back, no adjustable headrest, sorry. So this is the back seat. It is nice. What I like about this car is the thigh support is decent because it has a long bench here this side. So the rear seat is comfortable, that's for sure. Now let's get into the driving seat and talk about the interiors there. Okay, I'll go from the back side. So no cup holders at the back, but you get this center bottle holder, which is nice. So beige treatment over here as well. And as you can see, the USP of EON when it was launched was the interiors, because it has a matured interior just like every other Hyundai cars, and other cars at that point in the segment didn't have much to offer, just like Alto, because it has a very dated interior, doesn't look nice. So as compared to the Alto, this has got an amazing interiors. The dials look sporty for a small car. You get power windows in the front, and in Magna variant you get decent space. Here's the gearbox, and yeah, the dashboard design is very cool and fluidic design. I mean, it is inspired from Verna, so it has that V shape, and the dashboard looks really nice with all this fluidic elements and cuts and creases over there. So the glove box, the area below the glove box is beige colored again to give it airiness feel. Glove box is decent size. You get bottle holders at the front, but it can hold only half-liter bottles at the very max. These are the dials. It looks really nice and sporty again. So this is the rear view mirror of the car, but it is not day and night adjustment. This is a bit disappointing because they could have given a manual adjustment here. This is the light buttons. This is the radio system. It is decent, but although it has USB and aux, but it lacks. So this was the radio system. It lacks Bluetooth support, but it has USB and aux. And the AC controls are also very stylish as compared to Maruti cars, because I have seen in the Swift V variants the AC controls look very old and dated. This is very nice as compared to this. Digital. So EON is a very nice place to be in. because of the interior of Hyundai. It is obviously better quality interiors as compared to Maruti cars, and I cannot comment about the Quid's interior because I have not seen it in person, but Quid's interior is also nice. So that's it about the interior, guys. You have grab holes, what do you call it, grabs on 3 sides, exception is driver side, and no mirrors, I guess. Okay, no mirrors here. Yeah, so this was it about the interiors. Now let's get to driving. So guys, we are driving this vehicle now, and it is powered by a 800cc engine, 3-cylinder unit. So we'll be comparing it with the engine that Maruti has to offer in Alto, because, and also Quid's engine is also 800cc, but I cannot compare it because I have not driven it, but I had an Alto in my family, so I can compare it with the 800cc Alto engine. So this engine feels decently peppy to drive, and it is a petrol engine, of course, 800cc, small capacity. So this car has been driven quite a lot, and the clutch is nice and light. The gearbox is also smooth, but there is a noise because it is a 3-cylinder unit, and NVH isn't that great. So yeah, the pickup is sufficient for city riding, and if you're 2 or 3 people in the car. But as soon as you have 5 people in the car and you turn on the AC, the pickup suffers quite a lot because it is a small capacity engine and not a lot of torque is there. And as you rev the engine, it is quite vocal inside the cabin as well, but it revs quite freely as far as I can tell, and there's no tachometer on the offer. So the engine is nice, there's no complaint about the engines. Also the power delivery is linear, but there is a slight surge in the power once you are in the higher RPM, so it is not that linear as compared to the Maruti engines. And also sometimes I've experienced there are quite a few flat spots in the power delivery, only sometimes that are noticeable, like this second gear when picking it up, picks up really nice and clean. But speaking about the ergonomics of the car, the steering is rather big for this small car, and the seats are quite low, and you sit quite low to the ground and you can feel it. So that's my complaint, and not much complaints about the engine because it is a small capacity engine, and considering the fact that it is only 800cc, it is decently performing. So the biggest complaint, my biggest complaint with the Hyundai is its steering wheel, because it is not at all good. It's very vague, it's lifeless and dull, it has no feel or feedback whatsoever. So that's my biggest complaint with the Hyundai. And EON steering is like a disaster to drive. It has got no feedback, it does not even center automatically after taking a turn if you are at slow speeds. So that's also a dangerous thing. And the steering is big for this small car. They could have done away with a smaller steering, and it could have been just fine, but they have put a rather big steering, and it is a 2-spoke unit. The horn is also meek, not very loud. Also the clutch has a very slight kick to it. It is not very linear, but okay, the clutch ages with the clutch has aged quite a lot, so I cannot complain there. The new car will have just very fine and smooth clutch. So the biggest complaint is, yes, the steering, and the suspension setup is also soft, just like other Hyundai cars. So there is quite a lot of body roll, and if you are turning the car like this, the whole car wobbles. It's not at all a good thing. If you want a quick lane change on the highways, there is no confidence that this car offers you like this. This car goes like this, not like that. It does not change direction. So very soft suspension setup leads to bad handling. That's that. And yeah, the steering does not center automatically after taking a U-turn. That's again a very big problem.
चल रहा है वीडियो।
See, आप not turned the car completely, and the steering won't auto center as intended. I have to do it manually, so this is again a problem. So yeah, the question now is, it is 2018 and Hyundai is still selling the EON without any facelifts, without any updates. So should you be buying this vehicle over the Alto 800 or the Quid 800? So my answer is no, because Hyundai is planning to launch a new Santro, sort of updated Santro, which will be its smallest car and will be replacing EON eventually. So if you are planning to buy EON right now, you should just hold on for some time. If you want to buy a Hyundai car anyways, you should wait, because you will get a newer car with better features, better handling and everything. And also, if you are considering this segment, my recommendation is going for 1000cc car, that is the Quid Climber. I've seen its reviews and it's really nice, and the 1000cc engine will definitely make a difference when you are 5 people in the car and you are turning AC and everything on. So that will make a lot of difference. Also, you can go for the 1000cc Alto K10 or maybe Celerio. Those cars are also nice. But if you want the Hyundai factor in the interiors, the nice quality interiors, the comfort that Hyundai offers, then you should be waiting for the new Santro, because this car has been doing duties since a long time and without any facelifts and updates. So it's quite an old car now. So that was it, guys, for my impressions on the Hyundai EON in 2018. So it is not at all a driver focused car, no confidence whatsoever in driving it fast. So it is a car for carrying your family in comfort around the city. So in that way, it is a very nice car. It has got nice interiors and everything, and you will feel good sitting in this car. So that was it. That's what the USP of Hyundai EON is. And thanks a ton for watching the video. I'll try to make videos more frequently from now, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye bye.